and your email is there, the name is Adnan.
Yes, what's your offer?
So, Mr. Adnan, let me
All right, let's do it.
take road.
Welcome back to Dispatch Tale, episode 7, provided by Low Tide. Guys, today we are breaking down our two division, the Reefer department, the 53 Reefers, 53 footer, and then we are having the straight box, the 26 footer. Today we will discuss two different strategies, how much those drivers earn and how much they bring home. What actually they are keeping in their pocket. So let's dig in. I will start with the 53 footer, the Reefer department. I will start with the third place. The third place it's Marco. He make $43,462 for February. He did it on 11,187 miles. Pretty amazing RPM and pretty solid gross on February, to mention it have 28 days. Second place it's keeping Tony. Tony is having $49,244 and he made it on 13,584 miles. I can say that Tony was mentioned in the previous podcast. We are mentioning him again this month. So we can say that Tony is one of the guys who make constant money and constant top 3 in our fleet. And the winner for February, it's Ado. Ado made amazing $53,700. He made it on 15,285 miles. I can say that Ado make serious volume of gross in February. With counting only 28 days, that was a perfect month for him. So the winner of the gross for month of February, it's Ado. Congrats, Ado, and let's see if we can beat it in March. What's interesting and what I want to discuss as the second segment on this one, it's the RPM. We can see that difference between Marco and Ado, it was 4,000 miles. When you see the gross, you can see that 4,000 miles, pretty much, if Marco did them, probably he will be on the same gross as Ado. So in the second segment, I want to talk with the RPM, who is having the best RPM. Over here, we will see Marco. He is having 3.89 RPM. That's perfect RPM for a reefer, because on that rate per mile, a lot of money is staying in his pocket. Even that he drive less miles, even that he made less gross. Second place, it's Mike. He had 3.67, and the third one, we have Tony with 3.63. So Marco didn't win the gross, but he win the RPM. I can only say that you can see that there is a difference between who make the most gross and who make the best RPM. We have three drivers in the gross, and we have one driver who is adding himself in the RPM. In the tracking, efficiency is the key maker how much money you will make. So RPM king for the month of February, it's Marco with 3.89. Now, when we know these numbers and we heard the RPM and we heard the gross, I want to discuss with you guys, like the last episode, I told you that we will keep it, and in every next episode, we will go with how much from the gross they're making is going to their pocket. So I will take Ado as a winner, the most gross maker in previous month. So here is something that every driver want to hear and always saying, but how much is left in his pocket? So here we go. Ado make $53,700. On fuel alone, he spent $13,756. When I add cargo insurance, physical, ELD, tolls, occupational, truck payment, trailer payment, it's bringing me to $20,506. When I deduct actually what's left when you try to calculate, that's bringing you to $33,193 in his pocket. So from 53,700 in his pocket after all expenses are $33,193. So I can say that he win the Gross King, but I can say that he is the real take-home king in the reefer department for the month of February. Now I will switch the lanes. I will go to the second division that we will talk right now. That's the straight box division, the 26 footers. Over here, we use totally different strategy to reach pretty much same, I can say, targets, same margin. So over here, the straight box, they're spending way less fuel than the 53. So even every coast, it's different in the 26 footer than in the 53 footer. I will start again with the same. I will start with the top 3 gross makers in February for the 26 footers. So I will start with Hamza. He's number 3 with $27,250. He make it on 14,380 miles. The second place it's Dimitar. Dimitar make it $27,254. He made it on 14,400 miles. And on the first place is Zach on $27,346. He made it on 14,486 miles. I can say only one thing, I didn't know if you noticed it. From the first to the third place, there is difference of $96. And from the first to the third place, the difference is 106 miles. So I can say that we were having very, very tight battle for the first place. Yes, Zach win it with 27,346, but I can say that in top 3, it was a load decision. One load with $100 more make the decision who will win for the month of February. So Zach is the winner for the 26 footer with 27,346 on 14,486 miles. So that's how tight the game is. With 28 days, I can say that this was pretty amazing month for 26 footers. Yes, if there was 30 days or 31 days, for sure, we will have probably a couple of more guys who will fight and a couple of more guys who will be over 30K. What's interesting over here in the 26 footer, we can clearly see the difference between the gross and the RPM, who have the best RPM. So on the straight department, I can say the following stuff. We have totally 3 different drivers with RPM who are not in the top 3 of the gross makers. I will start with number 3. On number 3, we are having Mileta. He make 2.39 RPM. Second place, Mike with 2.40 RPM. And the winner for the RPM King for the month of February, it's Hasbo. He did it on 2.47. That's amazing good to having 2.47 RPM, because if you get that the average on the straight box it's 185, he make almost like 60 cents more than what's the average. So I can say that the dispatcher and Hasbo did an amazing job over here, because this is something that I'm proud what they make. As I mentioned, the difference between the RPM and the gross drivers are in that one, that those drivers who are running and chasing RPM, they are drivers who are not chasing miles. They are pretty much trying to avoid and catch as much as they can better RPM load. Does that work? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I can only say that in this scenario we can see that the three guys who are having the best RPM, they are not in the best three gross makers. So for some of them, that's a good idea. For some of them, that's how they want to operate. But for some of them, they are saying that we need to push the, I can say, some kind of target, some kind of ladder, and hit the 30K gross in 1 month. And on that way, they make the money. For the month of February, I can say that the straight department did average of 1.93 RPM. That's solid RPM. I can say, as I already mentioned, if we go by that the national average is somewhere around 180, 175, something like that. I can say that with us doing 1.93 as an average, that's pretty solid for my team and what they did and how they did it. Now, the same thing I want to talk about, because as I mentioned, I really want to show to the guys how much one straight box guy is doing and how much he's taking home from the money that he's making from the gross. I will take again Zach, because he is the winner on the gross. So Zach, on the mile that he did, 14,486 mile, he spent fuel $8,691. When I add to it his weekly fixed costs, when I add the tolls, when I add the cargo, when I'll add the occupational, when I add the truck payment, I'm coming to a number of $11,341. When I deduct from the gross, that's already $27,346. I can say that there is a difference from the reefer earning, but $16,005 are pretty solid earning for a straight box, and that's a good check. Bringing home $16,005 on a month with 28 days, it's pretty solid. Yes, here is the real difference when you heard the numbers, when you heard that the straight box brings 16,000 and the reefer department bring 33,193. That's almost double. But the difference is the CDL. To drive a truck, you need to have a CDL. To drive straight box, you just need to have a regular driver license. But still, when you compare this job to something else, it's still good earning one. Another segment that I want also to talk about, it's the rejection index rate. What that means? Pretty much that's, I can say, hot topic right now that a lot of guys are talking about, but I don't think so that every one of them understand what that means. Rejection, when you say rejection, they say like, that probably someone is rejecting something. Okay, but what's that? So let me tell you what that means. Rejection rate, it's one of the thing how the rate is calculated and how the rate is made. What I want to say. Just imagine this one. You are having a shipper who is giving a load to the broker. You have 10 loads. From 10 loads, the broker's taking all 10 of them. You have 0 rejection. From 10 loads, you have 9 loads taken, 1 load turned back. Broker is saying, I can't cover this one. It's hard to cover for that price. Right now, what's happening? We have a huge increase on the rejection rate compared to everything else. Some statistic, it's saying that in the past 4 years, we were having between 3 and 7% rejection rate compared to now, where for every different department is different. We are seeing flatbed all the way to 41%. We are seeing a reefer around 25%. And we are seeing around 12, 13 for the vans. That seems like not so high numbers, but believe me guys, that's amazing. That's a huge number. Because just imagine some shipper in Arkansas for a reefer who from 10 loads is having 6 of them covered, but 4 of them he can't cover it. That means that the price will, rocket up. It's gonna go, I will say, at least 50% up. That's something that we see. That's something that you can see on the market. A lane that was 2,700, now it's 4,500. The reason, there is way less trucks than what it used to be. And there is way more rejection on the rate where it used to be. Why? Because the carriers, I can say that the one who was taking pretty much, just give me load, went out of business. They can't service their trucks and they are in problem to even provide an equipment for the roads. So with you hearing rejection rates are higher, going up, if you're having a good equipment and you're having a quality drivers, be happy, because that means only one thing. It will be more money for you, more money for your drivers, more money for your company, and way easier job for you, way easier job for your driver. And I really hope that with that we'll bring less trucks in the warehouses and we will finally stop the madness with sitting 6, 8, 10 hours on a door, getting empty, getting loaded. I really hope. I can say that the rejection rate definitely will bring us better times. How much and where will be some top, where will stop, where will be something to be worthy for the warehouses to pay, customer to pay. and still to be in interest of every party. I can say that the rejection rates are maybe not the most important one, but definitely the starter pack of how the market will be. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? It's really a starter, the first thing, the first news, what to expect. Because still you can have rejection rate, but if you are having a volume of a loads who is dropping down, doesn't mean that you have a rejection rate. They're in the middle, they're fighting by themselves. You have drivers who are rejecting to drive them, but there is even less loads. So that's a problem. That's what it's happening right now. You can book today 4,500 Chicago going to Maryland. Tomorrow, because of the volume, who is less, you can probably book the same lane for 2,800. Nothing changed. Only way less loads for shipping. So the rejection rate are definitely something that you need to look and you need to see so you can plan what you can expect. But they are not the only thing that you need to take with making your business decision. Always, on one side you have the demand, on the other side you have the supply. And somewhere between are our rates. With this being said, I want to go to what's the, I can say, most important topic in our business right now. What's the decision changer, I can say, or opportunity. Now let's talk about those things. Just imagine you wake up, 20% of the trucks disappear. You're wondering how that can be possible. That's what's the new law, the Dalilah Law proposal. What they are proposing, that you can have CDL only if you are American citizen, you have work visa, and you have green card or permanent citizen over there. That means that no more drivers who don't know English, what I totally support. No more test driver for CDL who are on other languages. There is no more translation. And what's interesting is that no matter what, every 180 days, you need to go and re-certificate your CDL. What's interesting, if some state didn't comply, didn't complete their things, didn't follow this law, they will be removed from the funding from the government. With that, they will lose a lot of things. So some number that they are talking about, how much drivers will be affected from it, it's around 600,000 drivers affected from this. Let's say that just affect only fraction from it, not all of them. You can say that you will have way less capacity on the road. You will have fewer trucks. You will have the same freight. You will have the spot rates. I can say they will surge. I mean, they will skyrocket. And some of the guys, I can say, some analytics are saying that this is a potential super cycle. What that mean? That they mean that if something like this happen, it will not be like a cycle who will only be there for like 6 months to a year. This is going to be a long period. So if something like this go and something be active and something that must be done by every state, which we already see, this is something that's going to make the cycle, and it's going to be a great time if you are a driver who is having everything clean, you are having CDL, you are compliant, you are legal, you are prepared. You can be sitting on the strongest negotiation position, I can say, ever in this market. So I personally want something like this to happen, because with this, our position will be way easier and we will get way more money for our guys. And I can say that if we are talking right now for RPM Kings 3.6, 3.9, with this, I think that it's going to be easy $5 and more. And I'm just waiting for something like that to happen. Or better say, that most likely will be our new reality that will be coming and will be part of the transformation of the transportation in USA. That's, I can say, really important and high priority topic that every company needs to follow, how it's gonna go, what they will change, what they will, I can say, adjust, because it's really important for every company to following those laws and to adopt their drivers, their rules to that law, because it's, I have a feeling that now it will be the game changer where finally, like everything else in the industry, we as a transporters, drivers, companies will make money which we deserve, because in the last 3 years we lost a lot of money. So I really hope this will be our new reality. This week on this month, this month on this episode, I show you two clear divisions that we did. The Reefer one, you can clearly see that on month to month, we are keep having a driver who are making over 50K. This one we were having Ado with $53,700. We learned that the Reefers are burning more fuel. They have, I can say, bigger, higher cost than what the straight backs, but still the net potential of the Reefers is way higher than the 26-footer. The 26-footer, one more time, we confirm that it's easier to jump in as a company, as an owner-operator. Yes, you will earn less than the CDL, but still the money are pretty solid. I personally think that the gross is something it's a strategy for one driver, what he needs to do. what he wants to do. Is he pushing for a gross? How much he is chasing for? The RPM, it's strategy. The gross, you need to be grinder. You need just to push yourself. But I can say that the net is one kind of reality, but showing you what's more important for you. Is the gross more important or the RPM is more important? You can have a good RPM, but not enough gross, not enough money gonna net in your pocket. So you always need to see and you always need to feel the market. If the market is giving gross, go chase for it. Because no matter if you have less RPM, when you're having for a reefer, you have over 50K, you will always have more net in your pocket than making 35, even on $5 a mile. You will still make less money because the volume of the gross is way less. Market himself always speak, and the real dispatcher always can feel it, always can see it, and always know when is the right time, how to act, and what to do on that market. I can say that this is our episode 7 breakdown that we did it. It was a straight one, short one, but I think that a lot of you guys, I hope that you understand it, what it was. February was a short month. Interesting month, I can say. One of the I can say that this February was the best month in my history of working. I can easily say in the last 10 years. We saw a winter, that's correct. It was pretty crazy, like huge one, but it was, how to say, it was leaving us a lot of space on the map where we could drive and where we could make money. It's totally amazing seeing a reefer doing 53,700 in February. February is month always where you probably top like 40K. That's probably like a top that you will do. It's impossible to make more. But this February, it was different. So I can say that definitely this February it's something that's whoever was on the road, they make money. So the rule that was used to know, like, hey, February is a winter, I will try to don't drive it, I'm taking risk. You see, you can still make money. I mean, not make money, you can make a lot of money. But with smart playing. When there is a storm on the northeast, you run away from it, you go to south. There was time Dallas was having a snow. Run away, go to Florida. So you need to play. So the storm in this business, in our business, you need to use it as an advantage. Not a lot of drivers on the road, and you are the one who, with smart playing, you make the money. Normally, if you are seeing snow in Wyoming, and you're going to Wyoming because someone paid you, you will lose because you will get stuck there. So you need to play on a margin where you will make a solid money, but still you stay safe. Did you know that the biggest loss for a trucking company, it's not when a dispatcher take a load that's $200 less than what the market is. The biggest loss is arriving when you are booking a load with a broker who is slow on payment, who is already have a lot of index that are showing that he will go out of business, who is delaying his payment because of the hey, not enough paperwork, you are missing something, it's not signed, just finding some excuse to don't pay you. Don't forget, in this period, with this market and everything that's going on, a lot of brokers are going out of business. It's not, I don't care. It's, you need to care, because their bond, it's only 75,000. What that mean? He can have open invoices for $500,000 or $1 million, but he will get covered only 75,000. Make sure that your loads are always booked with a broker who is paying on time, who is not giving you a headache for your paperwork, and who is not finding you excuse why he didn't pay, why he didn't receive his paperwork, how he didn't show your invoice, and a lot of other stories. Because if you're having just 4 invoices, let's say $10,000, that's lost money for you. Because for $10,000 to make it for yourself, you need to work almost all month. This way, you will just throw it away. The bond will cover just equal percent from how much is your amount from the total amount. So if your 10,000 are from $500,000, you will probably get only $100. So be careful, watch out, and play smart, because those money are your money. So take the load from a broker who you know that you will get paid. Don't take a load from a broker who is telling you that I can do quick pay, I will pay you after the delivery. Hey, don't believe me, I will pay you. Hey, your factory company is a bad one. Don't worry, I will get you paid. Guys, play by the book. Do what your factory company is telling you that they are giving them credit rating. If they are giving them good credit rating, book with them. If they are not giving them good credit rating, don't book with them. We are using a factory company who every single week there is a 5 to 10 brokers, I can say a solid one, going from C-rated to D-rated. That means that from 45 days, they went to 60 days paying. This business, for us, for the trucking company, for the drivers, for the trucks to keep moving, the most important thing is the cash flow. Make sure you have it. You can't allow mistakes where you take some load and that $200 cost you like $3,000. Don't make that mistake. That was a tip from me for you guys. Be careful. One more time, guys. That's been our Dispatch Tales episode 7. This is my breakdown for the month of February. Stay tuned with us, and next episode will be coming next month. More breakdowns. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us on YouTube. You're having over there every week something new that's coming from us, something new that you can learn. You can see our performance week by week, what we did, how we did, is it good, is it bad, what we did bad, what we did good. Subscribe, like, and see you next month. Bye.